Belina mai kako. Welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps aloha by turning love and heartbreak into harmony. I'm your host Kamaka, and our guest today is an expert at using music to pull on our heartstrings. But before we introduce him, I gotta let you know that our audiobook for the Keep It Aloha book is now available on Amazon. Go check it out, and after doing that, go buy tickets to our guest show in Hawaii later this year. The link will be in the description below, but if supporting us financially doesn't work for you, please consider simply liking this video, leaving a comment, subscribing to our YouTube channel, or head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify to leave a review. It would seriously mean the world to me. All right, let's introduce our guest, and let's see if I will not run out of breath reading this intro.
After 175 years, some people still think we're just a ranch.
And we just farm all day.
What they don't realize is we wear many hats. And that's just how we roll.
You just might see some old friends.
Or make some new ones.
So come hang with us
Drive on out to the country.
and get that epic snap.
No matter what you're looking for, come discover where legends are made.
Our guest today is an accomplished Filipino-American singer-songwriter from California. He has amassed over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. His debut album, Red Roses, has reached the iTunes and Billboard charts, and he has collaborated with artists such as Tori Kelly, Jeremy Passion, Kina Granis, and past podcast guest Roman from Kolohekai.
Yeah.
This popular YouTuber is known for his pop rock music and DIY approach to music promotion, and was named a Filipino-American game changer by the city of Los Angeles in 2018 for his contribution to the music industry as a proud Asian American independent artist. As an actor, he has stage credits in productions such as Burn All Night, Mamma Mia, Grease, and Spring Awakening. You can catch him on the Sweet or Savory podcast with his wife Alyssa, and both of them in person at the Blue Note Hawaii in December during their Our Little Christmas tour. He was one of my favorite YouTubers growing up, and he is definitely a pioneer in the YouTube music scene. I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. He is AJ Rafael. Aloha, AJ. Welcome to the Keep It Aloha podcast. How you doing?
Hey, wow, what an intro. I feel like it was a live show.
I had to cut back too. I had to cut back on the Autism Speak stuff.
Right.
The thing that you just posted.
Yeah.
A bunch of other stuff. I think there was like another show that you did. Something. It was like a talent competition.
Oh, yeah. I throw a show called Crazy Talented
Crazy
Asians.
Talented
Yeah.
Asians. There's a
Nah.
January. There's so
No
many
need,
things. Oh my
guys.
gosh.
This is crazy, dude. Yo, thank
when
you.
when Alyssa's on, it's gonna be even crazier intro. Oh my gosh.
No, thank you so much for having me. Again, thank you for those kind words. I appreciate that my videos were part of your teenagehood.
Totally. I mean, yeah, you're just, I think, like 3 or 4 years older than me. So I grew up in that era of YouTube, seeing it from the start, from the Ryan Higas to the Kev Jumbas to the Wong Fus to you and Kina Granis and so many other people. My Gmail profile picture is still a picture of me and Kina Granis at our concert here in 2011.
Oh, shoot. Where did she play?
She played at somewhere called, I think it was Next Door in Chinatown. Is
Okay.
that place is still here?
No,
yeah.
Oh my God.
She came and I stood in line so I could get a meet and greet pass.
Yeah.
And I was like, my name's Kamaka, like the ukulele.
That's what you said. I love it.
And she played the Goldfish song. I love that era of YouTube and the collaboration, and like I would be on YouTube, on Twitter, trying to tweet at all my favorite people just to get a response from Kina, from Dante Bosco. I used to follow him on Tumblr.
Amazing.
And like message him
Tumblr.
on his like Q&A stuff.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So for me it's crazy to have you here, and shout out to Daniel for connecting us in the first place. And I'm just super stoked to see your career and the longevity of it too.
Wow, thanks, man. I see you light up when you talk about that time, and that is really cool because the people who I meet on the street or at the ABC store, and they're like, I've been listening to you since middle school or high school. You see that it actually is taking them back to a time of like all this nostalgia and the early YouTube days, subscription boxes, everything you're saying, Twitter and tweeting your favorite artists. it was like a really special time.
I think it's the best era of YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. Ever. Yeah, I loved it so much.
I love specifically you said Kinagrannis too, because we also played a show together in Hawaii at Blaisdell, maybe 2014 or
really?
something. Yeah, and like David Choi and some of these other artists. Good times. Man.
Yeah, I just listened to your song. We missed the old YouTube days. This
Take
morning,
Me Back.
Take Me Back. Yeah, so nostalgic. I love it.
And thank you for shouting out all the Filipinos at the Age of Rafael show. But the one you were specifically talking about, I think, was the one at the Republic 2 years ago. Yeah. And that was like such a great time. And that tour was called Take Me Back. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like it was this big party of people who all grew up in the same era. Mm-hmm. And to kind of bring that feeling to everyone out here was really special, man.
Totally. I mean, I mentioned it when Joji Tsukawa came on the podcast too. In our like Polynesian culture, there wasn't too much representation growing up, but Hawaii were so intertwined with Asian culture, right?
Absolutely.
So seeing you guys on YouTube, that was our inspiration, right? That was the closest thing we could get. That was the closest representation we could have gotten back then. So that's why I think it resonated with us so much.
That is cool because in a way I feel the same about when I've come to Hawaii. Like, seeing Kalo'i Kai or listening to him on the radio and all the island music and all these people are brown like me. When I come to Hawaii, when I first was playing shows back at, I don't know if you remember Pipeline Cafe.
Yeah, I think so. I've never been there, but I remember
it like turned into maybe like a UFC gym or something like that. But that was the first show I ever played here in 2010, even before my album Red Roses. And coming here made me feel like I was just like part of a community, and that I also was part of this larger music industry in a way that I never even till this day feel in California. When I come here and listen to all the music and I see the shows and the concerts, and when Roman will bring his concerts out to California and I see all the people in the audience and stuff, I'm like, this is where I really feel seen, heard. I feel safe. So in a way, being here makes me feel justified in that representation.
Amazing. Beautiful. Yeah. And I'd love to get into all of it, but I like to start at the beginning, just getting to know your whole life story.
Yeah.
So you've been to Hawaii a couple times. Let's see how you respond to one of these questions.
Okay, sure.
So where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
Where are you from? Where you grad? Okay. I am from a small town called Moreno Valley, and that is in California. The closest big city is Riverside. A lot of people might associate it with the basketball player Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, nice.
He's on the Clippers now, I think. But he grew up in Moreno Valley, went to my high school for 2 years, then went to another school in Riverside for 2 years. So that we call our area Inland Empire. So when people say I grew up in the IE, they might be talking about Moreno Valley, Riverside, Temecula, San Bernardino, Rancho Cucamonga. Are any of these cities?
I know Temecula because
Okay,
we
nice.
played them in Pop Warner football. They came to Hawaii one
Oh,
year.
no way. Cool,
Temecula Bears.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I think we beat them.
Okay,
I can say we beat them.
That's good. That's good.
And then I know Rancho Cucamonga
yeah.
from Workaholics.
Oh, that's hilarious. So like things, that's so funny. And Ontario. So if you know like Ontario Airport and stuff. So grew up in the IE. I was a music kid since I was a baby. My dad introduced the piano to me when I was 2.5. He was a pianist. He was a composer, choir conductor. And he put me in piano lessons. He taught me himself as well. I saw him play every Sunday at church. And he passed away when I was 10. And I had to literally play piano for his funeral.
Oh, that's
So like that was kind of the exchanging of guard. I don't know if that's the term. Where he had played every Sunday and led the choir. And then when he passed away, I just had to take on the responsibility to play as 10 years old. And my mom took over as the choir conductor and like the music ministry leader and stuff. So me and my mom split his job.
Wow.
And yeah, I've been playing at kind of where I honed my music skills was at this church that he played at that I took over. So yeah, growing up to kind of be the music kid in middle school and high school. I took drama classes and I was in band. I was in jazz band. And then I graduated. I'm transitioning to your second question, I think. I graduated from Canyon Springs High School. Thank you.
There you go.
Where you grad?
He gets the local acceptance award. Where you grad? We're talking about high school. We don't care about college here. We don't care.
And to be real, after high school, I went to a community college for a year or two, and then I went to Berklee College of Music for a year. I did not graduate. So that
might have helped that might have made your answer easier.
Yeah, exactly. Where you graduated from? Actually, only Canyon Springs High School. I wasn't a great student. I remember having probably when I graduated, my last GPA was like a 1.8. It's insane.
Oh dang!
Like very close to. I don't know. My wife doesn't even know that. I just remember begging the history teacher, and I was in all AP classes because. Yes, smart kid, I guess, but not like very lazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I barely made it out of high school and then did Berklee College of Music in Boston for a year. Met a lot of my best friends. Okay, so you said, where you grad?
Yeah, what was it like growing up? Yeah,
what was it like growing up? And I'm saying it, yeah. I just, growing up was really, it's funny because I just talked to my sister about this on our podcast. We asked, what was it like growing up with me and all our friends? She was like, a lot of you guys talk about representation, and she's 10 years younger than me. She's like, I grew up seeing the representation. So seeing me, Jeremy Passion, Jesse Brera, Gabe, Jarek, all at our house jamming and stuff, and she saw that it was possible. I think for us, I wasn't worried too much about like wanting to see myself in the media because at my house making YouTube videos, we just wanted to make music with our friends. And most of our friends just happened to be,
super talented, amazing people.
Yeah. And that we were all, AAPI community, with the exception, of course, like Tori Kelly, of course, who's huge ally, right, for us. And she always says she grew up Asian and Filipino because of us too. But I feel like making music, and I'm keep looking at this couch because it reminds me of, making YouTube videos at home and with our people, and we're just doing covers, and we do like 3 or 4 takes. We put all these bloopers together. One thing I will say is that my mom really encouraged it after my dad passed away. She's a nurse and she's in the medical field, and I know that the stereotype is like, oh, go be a nurse because you're Filipino, and go be a doctor, as I think any immigrant parent will kind of hope that you do.
Yeah, or J.R. de Guzman would say.
Exactly. The way J.R. de Guzman says it is just too good. He brings up being a mailman too, right? Like Joe Coy brings that up all the time. And I'm so lucky that my mom saw that me and both of my sisters really loved music. And that when my dad passed away, I kind of felt like I had to take on his legacy. I was never forced to or anything. I knew I was good at music. So the fact that my mom never was like, hey, you guys are making too many YouTube videos, or like, what are you doing staying up so late? Luckily for us, my mom worked nights and because she had to take my sister to school in the morning, all this stuff. And we had people over till maybe like 6, 7 in the morning, just like jamming, and then maybe having a few drinks after, playing board games, card games. And that was the environment in how I grew up. So that's kind of like the TLDR of my life.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Can we get into some of those board games? What kind of board games are you playing?
Okay, so we play a lot of Monopoly Deal.
Okay, a great game.
And then we play a lot of these games called, I forgot what the genre is, but do you know like Mafia?
Yeah. Oh, One Night Werewolf?
One Night Werewolf,
That's
bro.
my favorite game. That's my favorite game.
Oh my God, really?
All right, when you guys are back, I'm hosting a game night at my place.
No,
and
can
we're
you?
gonna play it.
Can
Yes.
you actually?
I started doing a monthly game night a couple months ago
Amazing.
at my place because we
Yeah.
have like a media room we can rent out.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it's like pretty big if it's
Yeah.
a bunch of people. So we started. I've been teaching people, but we haven't had one in a while because I've been so busy. But
Yeah.
when you're back in December, let's do it.
do it.
Yeah,
Well,
we have so many board games at our house.
That is so
Yeah.
funny because it started with Mafia, and so not just like board games nights. It would literally be. I also created a choir when I was like 16 of my friends who didn't go to church, who went to church and didn't. Like we wanted to do something outside of like Christian music. We wanted to do secular music and do choir stuff, and I called it MVCC, which is Moreno Valley Concert Chorale. So it was a bunch of friends who came over, and yeah, maybe we'd make a YouTube video or two, but we'd also learn some songs. And the people who stayed, we would play Mafia. And I was always like the story leader and like getting everyone to go to sleep and then waking up and making up the story of how someone got murdered. So the One Night in Werewolf, the way that it gamifies it in like 20 minutes, and you could play another round.
Every round is so different. It's so fun. We could play it for hours.
Do you play with all of the...
As many, the more... people, the better.
Fun.
You know, I learned about it when I was in Peace Corps, Madagascar.
No way.
So you know, because we didn't have Wi-Fi and technology there, so we just had to play board games and like connect with people.
No way.
So somebody taught us that game, and we were obsessed with it. We would have like games with like 16 people and like all in a circle, and it would just be so crazy.
Oh my gosh,
I love that. Yeah,
I know those who are listening who have played it are excited with us.
But
it's hard to even explain how crazy it will get.
You just gotta try it.
Adding like the tanner and the drunk will get people so riled up, dude.
Yeah, well, you can tell too. It's actually harder to play with new people for me.
Yeah,
because you don't know if they actually don't know what they're doing or if they're lying. Because I've had people, they're like, I don't know, this is my first time, and then like, oh, they were actually the werewolf,
good.
Or like you think they're just like acting as like, okay, they're definitely the tanner, but then it's like it's so confusing. So you gotta kind of get to know how people are.
Dude, I love that you brought that up.
Yeah, it's so good.
One Night in Werewolf, Monopoly Deal. There's another one called Avalon.
Okay,
it's another one of those games. Card games. There's this Filipino card game called Pusoy Dos.
Okay.
That me and my friends always play. But not just music. I like that you asked me that question because I always feel like we only did music growing up, but it's a lot of games. It's a lot of NBA 2K.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Mario Party.
Yeah.
You know?
We can jam that too. Super Smash Bros. Mario Party.
We got
our Switch at home too.
Nice. Who's your main?
It's Super Smash.
Yeah.
I rotate between Byleth, Ike, Zero Suit Samus, Pit, and Bayonetta. I like that. I'm girl gang.
Yeah. Girl gang, human characters.
Yeah. Swords, arrows. I like that
yeah,
stuff. I'm a big weapon person. I have nunchucks at home. You know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I got
nice.
little daggers.
Yeah. That's cool. I am Sonic Mega Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the cartoons.
The cartoons. With, right? And I'm like annoying. I just keep running away.
Squirtle?
Squirtle. Pokemon Trainer is hard for me. I don't know, man. I feel like he's a hard one to master.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind playing against Pokemon Trainer, but when I'm certain characters like Byleth and I'm trying to shoot an arrow, and Squirtle is so tiny that I can never hit Squirtle.
Him. Wait, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Squirtle's kind of annoying to play against.
I'll start thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that you shouted out Squirtle as my starter Pokemon.
Yeah. Right on. Well, it's fun to talk about these things because we grew up in pretty much the same era of like no social media, and then we had half our life with social media.
Yeah, that's so true. I was just thinking about. I was at the Apple Store getting the new iPhone, but I remember getting the iPods. The iPod Touch.
Yeah. There's
when the
Shuffle
iPod Touch came out.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, what a time, man.
Yeah, I used to have the Sidekick. I love the Sidekick where it flips open.
The one you could do it with your thumb.
Yeah, exactly. I felt so cool.
I know, dude. It's crazy. We put a lot of, and I don't mean to shamelessly plug my music video, but my Take Me Back music video, we put a lot of little Easter eggs. We have a flip phone in there. We talk about the MySpace days, Game Boy Color, things
Tumblr,
like that.
You mentioned Tumblr.
Tumblr, yeah.
Those are the good old days. A couple of birthdays ago, my brother got me a Game Boy SP.
Oh, nice.
There's some like websites that they make it and you can buy it. So did that, played Pokemon again, played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of those in California, like a lot of nostalgic retro shops. I assume that there are only so many here on island.
Yeah, not too many.
Not too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere in SoCal, man. So
Yeah, it's funny because I wrote about this in a poem. I used to post YouTube videos to just share poetry.
Oh, no way.
Just because I love that era, and I would write songs and my friend would sing it because I don't
Shut up.
sing. But when one of my lines, at the end I was like, when we're young we want to be old so bad, and when we're old we want to be young so bad.
Damn.
So that's why I think a lot of the things that used to be popular back in the days, they come back because now we're adults and we want to bring them back because it's nostalgic and it makes us feel a certain way.
Yeah, and people end up getting into companies, getting in higher positions, and then they make these decisions based on nostalgia.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like Power Rangers coming back, doing remakes of all these things. Yeah, that's so true.
I mean, like if you look at even Labubus, right?
Yeah.
That's just Beanie Babies, right?
It's just Beanie Babies,
that's
bro.
all the stuff that we used to
It's
collect.
just Beanie Babies, man. It's like a mixture of that and like our parents had precious moments, like the
Okay, yeah.
angels and
Yeah.
things like that. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Sunny Angels, right?
Sunny
Yeah.
Angels now. It's gonna, well, for me, dude, honestly, I'm a huge collector in general, but I have a ton of
Oh
Funkos.
yeah, we know from our lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
With the eye roll from your wife.
Yeah,
of
dude.
The Funko Pops.
Anyone who also has this problem, you know how it is, because again, they're boxes that you have to keep in good condition if you want to sell them. So yeah, I need to chill. And even on the Labubus, I've chilled a bit, but can't help it sometimes.
Pokemon cards. I know Daniel.
Pokemon cards, yeah. I have recently been into collecting Pokemon cards again. I found a stash because my mom sold our Riverside house, and that was kind of rough for me because I was going through boxes that I hadn't opened since our house where my dad lived, and I'm opening up all these boxes. But one box that I found was a Pokemon stash, not too old, Pokemon stash from 2016, so almost 10 years. A bunch of holos that I put away, probably like 12 holographic full art cards, and I just sent them to get graded.
So you're
Maybe
still
like
waiting
a couple months ago. I'm still waiting for the grades.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll make a little video.
Mortgage is about to be paid, Alyssa. Let's go. It's all paying off.
With Pokemon cards. I know that collecting Pokemon is a good investment right now, but I play another trading card game, man, called Disney Lorcana.
Oh,
yeah.
Disney? It's a Disney.
It's a Disney one.
Oh, okay.
It's Ravensburger, who makes puzzles, but they made a trading card game called Lorcana, licensed Disney. So it's like characters like your Mickey Mouse attacking the Hercules, using the action called Be Prepared, which is Scar's song, things like that.
Okay. It's like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's like Kingdom Hearts. Like, you're battling with all these Disney characters. And it's more similar to maybe a Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering than it is to Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm into that. And I am even in this Facebook group, Honolulu Lorcana group. Just every time I'm here, I just like to see what is going on in the local scene and if people are playing.
Yeah.
And I bought some cards last time from a local card shop out here.
Yeah,
when
there's
I was
a Aloha card shop.
I haven't been there yet for Lorcana. I went back in the day for like sports cards and stuff. But yeah, man, I kind of get this obsessive. I have an obsessive personality, I guess, and Disney Lorcana is one of the things.
I think some creatives have that. You know? Because even me, I have an obsessive personality. I get really into some stuff. Yeah. But that's why, I have to, I would download games, play it obsessively, and just delete it because I know I can't
You have to delete it?
Yeah, because, even video games, I don't play video. I grew up playing so many video games, and these days I don't really play. And, my friends are always trying to get me to play, League of Legends and, all these other games. Buy a PS5. I can't. I would be so distracted.
Well, at least you have awareness. You know what I mean?
No, I think the awareness is good, but the discipline I think is more important because you're aware.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Video games and stuff also takes me back to my dad bought me the N64, which was cool. That was probably the last big purchase that he bought me. I remember going to the mall, GameStop, and getting that bundle and playing the N64. So growing up in kind of it wasn't here's another thing to help with the context of how I'm feeling. My mom was like, hey, I'm gonna get you a new video game, the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2
Great
for
game.
N64. Great game, blue cartridge, you know, so sick. And she encouraged the video game stuff, and you know, by saying, if you eat this balut, do you know balut?
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I don't know how it tastes, but I know what that is.
If you eat this balut, I will buy you Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Dang.
And that's how I got introduced to Filipino food like that, bro. I was like 9 years old, dude.
crazy.
Like I remember eating the balut, like kind of scared, and then we take it out, and it's like, you know, it's the young duckling with a beak still and feathers, and I just ate it, dude, for the freaking N64.
For Tony Hawk. So
For
Tony,
Tony
Hawk,
Hawk.
if you're watching this, just know he did it for you.
I did it for you.
Yeah.
And I like it now. So
Wow.
yeah,
Cool. Acquired
I do
taste.
like balut.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good, right?
Nice.
You've had it. You just put a little salt, you know, maybe some vinegar. It's hard to explain. It's weird. People will think it's weird.
Yeah.
But it's a thing in the Philippines. And every time we go to the Philippines, you know, when we see it being sold on the street, it's just so normal there. But here it's like on Fear Factor and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Exotic food. Exotic
Yeah,
food
I don't know
promo.
what the closest thing in Hawaiian culture would be to that. Maybe poi.
Yeah,
I feel
poison
like
acquired taste for
yeah,
sure.
and it's like a sour poi, not
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, okay.
I think, but I still, I don't know if I'd ever try it. But like, I mean, if somebody offered me like,
I
some
should
money
have
or
brought one
something-
for the pod.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
Maybe
I don't care about views that much to put me through that. It would have been a great segment. We would have got a lot of views.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm okay.
No, but when you are in LA and we have you on our pod,
Okay.
we're doing it.
When
We're doing it, babe.
when we go for the Rams game and we go to Disneyland.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
right. The
We
Rams.
just combo all of it up.
Yeah,
together.
totally. It's funny that I kind of am now been into sports a lot in the last maybe 10 years because I was never into sports when I was a kid. Again, doing music all the time. And like hearing that Kawhi Leonard went to our school and things like that, it didn't mean much to me. But now I love sports.
Yeah, his games played was similar to your GPA, about 1.8.
About 1.8.
Yeah, I always heard.
1.8 last season.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, millions of dollars.
For 2 games.
2 games, dude. Oh, what are
Hopefully
you
he gets
doing,
out. He's a
bro?
great player. I love him.
He's a great player.
Yeah,
Great player.
I love sports. I'm in 6 fantasy football leagues. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
my obsession comes in.
How? Okay, so the time difference is 6 hours to East Coast, right?
Yeah, 3 hours from California.
So
and then
if
2
you're
hours
watching,
when-
say the NBA Finals, and it's like Boston, New York, or something, it's like 6 in the morning.
well, it
If it's like a
depends.
Sunday game.
If it's a Sunday game, 6 or 7. So for NFL games, it starts at 7 a.m. in
Yeah.
Hawaii, and then the Sunday night football games start at 2 p.m.
Yo,
which
that's
is nice
wild.
because
Okay, that
we
is
we don't
nice.
have to stay up late.
That's right.
Yeah, and I love it because I wake up Sunday, I watch football all day.
Yeah.
From 7 to maybe like 5 p.m. and then
Yeah,
go eat dinner.
and then you have your day.
Yeah, and then once daylight savings comes, we're not affected, but it changes the time of the
For
the
us,
games.
yeah.
So we get an extra hour of sleep. I get to start the games at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and then it just goes a little later. So
Wow,
it's the best.
dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. The
Yeah,
culture
I know.
of keeping up.
Yeah,
It's a whole thing.
exactly. And I have to do it. I have no choice.
Yeah.
I would love to just get into that YouTube era
Yeah.
and touch upon that and like how did you get started, and you got so much success from that time and you've parlayed that into
Yeah.
everything that you're doing now,
Yeah.
and like you do things together, which is so awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was the beginning of that and how did you get into YouTube?
Okay. I love this question. I don't talk about enough. I feel like when I was making music on MySpace, I had this 24-track recorder that my mom bought me for $1,000. And it was one of those where you couldn't like really erase what you did. You just keep building on top of the tracks because we didn't have the connections to laptops and stuff back then, or I didn't anyway. So I'd put my music that I created in my garage on my MySpace, and on MySpace I needed a way. Well, MySpace was happening for like a year or two, and then I was like, I need a way to show this in like video form because MySpace video started becoming a thing, and then I found this website called YouTube, and I was like, dude, let me sign up for it. Oh, it's free to upload a thing. Because all I wanted to do was upload videos somewhere to put it on my MySpace. So I literally uploaded a video on YouTube. My very first video was me playing the piano of a medley of this band called Meg and Dia. And I did a bunch of their songs. I don't even talk in this video, bro. In the beginning of the video, I show a shirt that I got from the concert. A Megan Diaz shirt. I show it's a camcorder on the side, and then I go back to the piano, and I remember that it's a side view, so I see my boxers are hanging out, like my freaking jeans are like sagging. I don't know why, and I play the piano, and then at the end of that like 7-minute video or whatever it was, I just like wave at the camera and then leave, and I wanted to just put that on my MySpace. After posting that, I started noticing that I was getting subscribers, and I remember I hit 1,000 and I didn't even know what that meant. You know, I was like, am I getting paid? Like the subscribers, what does that mean? So then I saw that other YouTubers, we didn't even call them YouTubers at the time, they're celebrating like 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers, and they're making videos for it. So that was my first kind of sense of community. I made a video thanking my 1,000 subscribers and noticing the same people commenting on all the videos that I'm posting. And that's kind of one of the biggest things I'm proud of, is like kind of creating a community of people who we all had shared common interests, I felt like, and they all supported my music. And I felt like I wanted to try something new and do a cover of a song that I normally never would do. And they're giving me, you know, affirmation and positive comments and things like that. That was really something special about that time. It was like so instantaneous. I mean, it happens now, obviously. You get feedback in real time. But for music, it was really cool to feel that. So that was the beginning. That was in 2006. So next year will be my 20th year on YouTube.
Crazy. Because YouTube came out 2006, right?
Five.
Okay.
Yeah.
2005.
They celebrated their 20 years this year.
Dang.
So next year will be my 20. This is insane, dude.
Yeah. Are you going to do something special?
Yeah, I want to either like a tour in Asia or something big like that, or even just one big show, like at House of Blues Anaheim or something, you know, just to celebrate 20 years. Yeah. I've met so many people, obviously, through that journey. And anytime I think about the beginnings of YouTube, and again, I brought it up with the jam sessions and stuff, but it also was a cool time because we were all doing stuff together. Like 90% of my videos are collaborations. Yes,
and that was the greatest thing about that time.
Dude,
because nobody was getting paid. It wasn't about monetization and rates, and everybody was in each other's videos, and it was like so cool. It was like all these crossover episodes.
It was
the greatest time ever.
You're so
Trust
right.
me.
It was it was so much joy you could see, and then we would post each other's, you know, links and things like that. So we're doing all this cross promoting without knowing that it's a business strategy, because you know, a lot of people do that same exact thing now purposefully, intentionally, and back then we were just kind of doing it organically and because we loved it. And I don't fault anyone for how maybe less and less that became. We just honestly, if we wanted to make music our career, we had to start making money. Like you said, like monetization, we had to do that. At some point, we had to like grow up and, you know, pay for our car payments, our bills and mortgages and things like that. So in turn, that would mean that maybe we're no longer playing shows together. Now we have to play shows separately, solo, because we have to ask for money now at these shows, right? We have to get paid, and the budgets don't allow all of us to do it together anymore. And I think, and people started having families and things like that, and life happened for not just us who were creating the music and the art, but also even for the fans who are watching.
Yeah.
You know,
man, I seriously loved that era and all the collaboration. When I would see a YouTuber or like another person I followed in somebody else, like Wong Fu did a lot of that, right? They would have like guests in different videos, and it would be
different
cool. Or like
cameos.
we'd hear your music in another video. Like you'd notice all those things, and it was just like
It's like a big cinematic universe. It felt like
Exactly. It was like Avengers back then.
Yeah,
it was
like,
Asian American Avengers.
Right. That's so true. Definitely shout out to Wong Fu Productions because they were the first kind of bigger company. And when we started working together, I saw that they weren't like this huge company. It was just like three guys really just scrapping and doing it themselves, you know? It was amazing to see this kind of indie operation going on. They filmed my first music video for Juicebox. So a song called When We Say Juicebox. And I remember I kind of, not in a way where I was like, oh, I need to have this big set or anything. I remember Phil, or maybe it was Wes, coming in with just one camera, you know? Back in that day, their DSLRs were just becoming a thing. So the Canon 5D was like this crazy camera. And I remember they had it. And they shot my whole music video with it. And it turned out to be like, you know, even one of my favorite videos till this day. But I have them to thank for just like kind of bringing this specific quality that I never thought I would have because I watched a lot of MTV growing up. And I'm like, oh, these videos are going to cost $100,000, which they did spend that money on NSYNC videos back in the day, or maybe $1 million. But we spent maybe a couple $1,000s creating this video, and I got to pay them. And like, it was just this true collaboration of high quality filmmakers. And then, well, what I thought was high quality music. I love my own music. Of course, you got to love it to enjoy it and to spread it. And I felt really special that I got to do that with them during a time when everyone, again, was like searching for that representation at the time. So yeah, that's 2010. So it's been, yeah.
And then your album was in 2011?
And my album was in 2011, Red Roses.
Yeah.
And so going to Red Roses, I actually used Indiegogo to raise funds. And I think everyone's familiar with crowdfunding now, Kickstarter, Indiegogo. And I remember raising $6,000 because that was my goal. And we still had a couple of days left to do it. And we ended up raising $12,000. So we doubled our, which was so cool at the time. 2010, we probably started raising money for this album. And I brought it to my friend Jesse Barrera. And Jesse Barrera co-wrote this song with me, She Was Mine,
Great song.
which is like, you know, a classic in that discography of kind of YouTube AAPI classics. And he produced my whole album, Red Roses, in half in my house in Riverside, and then half at his place in San Diego. And he's just a genius, man. And I just found out when he was on our podcast that he was doing a lot of stuff for the first time. Like, it's almost like he just said yes to the thing and was learning in real time how to produce certain things and how different sounds goes, you know? Instead of like being afraid of what this could be, he was just like, yeah, I'll do your record, because he had mostly been producing for himself. So yeah, Red Roses was a really special project. And I know you mentioned it in the intro, but you know, we charted on Billboard, we charted on iTunes. It was an independent album. And I remember it came out in Target, even here in Hawaii. And the only reason it was out in Target is because it reached like the head distributor, head marketing someone. And she said, oh, AJ Rafael, because they get 30,000 submissions a day at that time.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm exaggerating. Yeah. Everyone wanted to be in Target. Like, that was the thing. And she said, oh, AJ Rafael, yeah, my daughter watches him. He makes like wholesome family content. Like, he doesn't curse or anything, and like he does Disney covers. Yeah, let's put him on. So they ended up accepting my CD, physical CD, and they put it on this shelf that was like new artists or new and upcoming artists. They put me literally next to Far East Movement and Bruno Mars, bro. Like, they didn't know how else to kind of market me, you know, because I'm like this Filipino kid. They're not gonna put me next to Taylor Swift. Yeah. But like, oh, Bruno Mars, yeah, I think he's Asian, which clearly we know he is now. And then Far East Movement, who like obviously is Asian, but they also got sunglasses in their, covers. So it's like, okay. And their music is nothing like mine. Bruno Mars is like a little closer to it. But I just remember feeling like imposter syndrome even when I made it into Target.
Wow,
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know that because in Hilo we didn't get Target until like maybe 5 years ago.
No way,
I forget what
dude.
it was. We just had Walmart.
Oh, okay. That's so crazy. So iTunes would have been the way that you listened to.
iTunes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and selling on iTunes and all that stuff. But being in Target was really
downloading
cool.
music illegally.
Yeah. Morpheus, LimeWire, Napster. I don't mind if anyone got my music,
No, I just watched it on YouTube.
Okay, YouTube.
The music videos.
So at least you get ad revenue.
Yeah,
Ad
exactly.
revenue. The Red Roses in Target thing was really a roller coaster ride because yes, they were like, okay, this guy's on YouTube. We accepted him. First weekend, it sells out on the shelves, right? But they have more packaging and boxes and stuff. So we made a really good impression on Target that first week. Second, third week, fourth week, not selling at all. I'm not a mainstream artist. My songs are not being played on the radio at all. B, even though maybe at that time I had like 300,000 subscribers, that doesn't necessarily mean 300,000 people are going to buy.
Maybe 10% of that.
Maybe 10% if we're lucky. Target ends up returning maybe like 10,000 units. Yeah, so they bought all of this, product, and then they end up returning. So I don't necessarily lose money because we sell those CDs later over time. But I just remember that being a big blow. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I am not really meant to be a music artist like that. If they are returning product and I'm like not being able to hang. And I wasn't giving myself enough grace at the time because, again, I'm being put next to Bruno Mars, who is on MTV at the time, TRL, you know what I mean, all that stuff. Far East Movement, they had 2 #1 hits, like a G6, all those songs. And I felt like, man, I don't know if I can do this. So now looking back, I always kind of feel like I diminished myself back in the day. I never thought I could be like a star. I never dressed like one. When I'm on stage, I don't know. I didn't, in a figurative way, like I wasn't comfortable wearing sunglasses because I didn't think I was cool enough to, but that's just me looking back on my young self. Yeah. I'm really grateful for the journey that it took me being on YouTube and having a taste of what mainstream music might be. But yeah, Red Roses was a special time. Yeah.
I mean, if you go on Spotify, you have songs that are like 65 million plays.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's insane to even having a couple thousand views on YouTube back then. 1 million views is like 100 million these days.
Oh, absolutely.
If you add view inflation.
Dude, inflation crazy, on views is so real,
it's
bro.
Super real, yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Especially, I mean, you probably know this too. Us uploading our long form podcasts and stuff versus like the short form clips and things like that. Sometimes it gets discouraging even for me who's been on YouTube for almost 20 years. I'm like, maybe especially me, because I used to see if I uploaded something and over the weekend it'd get 100,000 views. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. I feel like it reached my subscribers. Here over the weekend, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 maybe. Unless it's like something really, really, trending at the time. And yeah, it's just so crazy how it's changed, bro.
Yeah, I think we always hear the the IG algorithms changing, the social media algorithms changing. I think it may be just more saturated, that there's so many things to watch.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about anime. There's just way too many animes to watch.
How do you keep up with all of it?
Exactly. So even us, sometimes videos do better, they do worse. Yeah. But, when you have we have 300,000 followers and we post something and you're thinking it's going to reach a lot of people because, that's real life people.
Number.
Yeah. And then it doesn't, or you post something and gets 100,000 views. Then the next video, it's 3,000 views. You're like, how does that happen? Is it then you're thinking, is it a quality thing? Is it the substance? But I'm like, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
It's the stuff that we always got to think about.
We always think about, man.
Yeah.
And, and I know I brought this up at the lunch that we had yesterday, but sometimes it feels like, especially when I'm reflecting on it, it feels like it has been a never-ending grind. And I appreciate when you mentioned longevity, because it is hard to keep being a quote-unquote creator, a business, a brand after this long. You know, it's sometimes get tiring. In 2014, I wrote this hiatus letter to my fans because we weren't selling this tour well. I felt like I was like kind of forcing my smiles at the meet and greets because I was doing so many concerts at the time, and I was also releasing a video almost every week, and I was just getting tired of it, and I didn't want to be fake anymore. Or I didn't want to start being fake, I guess. I felt like one of the things that people watched me for was like authenticity and being genuine. So I wrote a letter to my fans, and I stopped making YouTube videos for maybe 2-3 years, and I didn't play my first live show until maybe 2017 or something like that.
Wow. So what did you do between that hiatus?
I discovered theater.
Oh, okay.
And again, I know you brought it up in the bio, but I was in some musicals as an actor, and then I also was music directing musicals. So what music directing entails is, you know, running the rehearsals for these actors so we could teach them the parts, and then also dealing with like the music aspect of a musical. So I was doing that with the experience that I had from church doing that. Essentially, I was music directing at church as well, and also playing piano, theater piano, and being the rehearsal pianist. And then a part of me was really like itching to be on stage as well. So I didn't music direct as much. And I was also like a very young musical director. Back in the day, most of the MDs that they hire for these musicals, especially out in SoCal, are like older white guys. So I felt really like I was bringing something new perspective. But then the other side of me, the creative side, is like, man, I also want to be on stage too, you know? So I was in musicals like Spring Awakening, Tarzan. I played Turk, the best friend of Tarzan. Nice. I was in Mamma Mia. And my most recent musical was last year. I played John in Tick Tick Boom, which is a musical about the creator of Rent, Jonathan Larson. But yeah, during that hiatus, discovering theater was huge for me. I mean, I had always been in theater since I was in 7th grade, but I never thought of it as like a career pursuit. And because everyone knew me as a singer-songwriter, I felt like I never really put it out there that I was doing musicals, you know? I maybe would mention, hey, come to the musical, but I never documented the journey or anything. And I never could say, hey, I'm a musical theater actor, because I always knew that people knew me for my songs. When they think of me, they think of We Could Happen and She Was Mine and things like that. But during that time, and even sometimes now, even last year, I'm like, man, what I'm doing right now and what my heart is really being fulfilled with is musical theater. So that's a big thing with me in general, is that I like so many things, bro. Like, I love so many things. I love music directing. I love playing at church. I love being an actor. I love being a musical theater actor. And then I love being a singer-songwriter and playing on stage.
And board games.
And being a gamer.
A gamer.
But not like a Fortnite gamer. Wait, you play Fortnite?
No, I don't.
Oh, just Oz. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you're multifaceted, and you know, I think one thing that goes unnoticed is the business acumen as well. You know, to have this type of longevity, you have to be good at business, right? And unknowingly or knowingly, you know, you were creating these strategies and you know, these systems so that you could, you know, continue on to make a living and all of that. So I think that's something as creatives you kind of just have to do. Even that's what I've learned in the last, you know, 5 years since I've been more in social media. Is like all these things that I've done, I'm like, wow, I'm running my own business, even though I didn't know I was running my own business.
Totally. And making the brand part of it too. You know, we talked about this yesterday, even being front facing people, we have smaller margins for errors, things like that. All of that accounts into being a brand and what you associate yourself with, and the brand deals that we do and the companies that we align ourselves with. We have to literally think about that. It's not just, as you said, a business is a little more, probably it goes unnoticed because all people see is the
showing up and talking and the
Showing up and
smiles and
playing at the concerts.
I wish I could just show up in this chair and talk.
I know.
At some point, that's where I want to get to.
Of
where
course.
I just show up and talk, and
course.
everybody does the back end stuff. But
Yeah.
not there yet.
Yes, same. I think also people might think that me and my wife have it all together, and that we still do everything ourselves, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, dude, it's a hard life that we chose, but it comes with the territory.
And it's a great life.
Yes. And I feel like we're fulfilled. I love seeing my friends, grow and succeed. Love seeing you do your thing. And so it's a fulfilling life.
Totally.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually like to ask about meet cute and how, couples meet and stuff, but I want to save it until we have the both of you on the podcast. Because I would love to just get the back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do want to, fast forward before we take a shishi break, which is the new word that you guys learned today.
Shishi.
Yeah. Just like, so 2017, you came back to music. You, I guess, started, doing more public facing things or things on social media. And then you two meet, you get married. That was like 3 years ago, I believe.
We got married.
4 years
Me and Alyssa
ago?
got married 3 years ago.
3 years ago, okay. And you do a lot of things together now, which is really awesome. And you two are such a great match. I love to see it.
Thank you.
You both love Disney as well.
Yeah.
I love to see the podcast clips, everything. So just kind of catch us up on, from 2017 to 2025 without saying exactly how you met.
Sure. Yeah, we'll save it for the duo pod that we do. But essentially, music was a big common denominator in us meeting and getting along, and then starting to date, and we had a lot of common interests. And her family also, her two siblings also sing, and my two sisters sing, and we all sing as a trio at family parties and things like that. We had so much in common, man. And again, the love for Disney. Fast forward, we're dating for a while, and in 2020, when pandemic hits, we recorded a video. Well, I was secretly recording a video of Alyssa singing the song Reflection.
Yeah. I actually just watched that this morning.
Oh, you did? Yeah. It was crazy, man, because I love Alyssa's voice. And so when people got to hear it in its most rawest form, I was like, oh, this is what I hear every day. And then it growing, literally, I remember that day. We're in our first apartment together, and the views maybe 500,000 every hour. It was insane. On the first day, it reached like 8-9 million views.
That's crazy.
And I was like, what is going on? I think it's because it was so real. It was so raw. It also was showing us both working. And at that time, it was September 2020. People were literally still working from home and felt maybe cooped up. And they felt that this moment being captured was just so, and again, authentic and genuine. And it was a moment that people really loved. And since it's Reflection, a song from Mulan, a childhood classic, it's also nostalgic. And the replay value is crazy because you just want to keep hearing it. And we're only singing the chorus, So since then, I think is when we really were like, hey, maybe we should do more stuff intentionally together. So we even created our own YouTube channel at the time, which is now our Sweeter Savory podcast channel, and doing content together and singing together for videos. And it's just really cool to have a partner, best friend, spouse who you do similar things like singing together. And it feels like you're kind of creating this like empire, of your family. Because, side note, I know everyone's asking us, when are we having kids? Me and Alyssa are already a family. I think you and your wife or husband or whatever, your partner, that's already a family that you guys are starting, Yeah, I just want to say that to validate people, you know. But it feels really, really special to be able to do that. So fast forward a little bit, then she ends up singing on my tour, Take Me Back tour. Again, we visited Hawaii. We did West Coast, East Coast. And we kind of were like, wow, us singing together on stage is also a very cool thing that we can do. The way that I'm playing piano and she's interacting with the crowd and we're looking at each other and we have videos playing in the background. Hey, we should do this again. And then came our Christmas tour that we came up with, which we're doing this December. We're creating an 1.5-hour show, kind of like a variety show, even though it's mostly going to be music, of us telling our story through Christmas music and through growing up and our love for Disney. And we wrote 2 original songs that we're going to be playing and some Christmas favorites, caroling. And we are taking that, again, to Blue Note, Hawaii, into a more intimate setting than, say, like the Republic, which was like super loud and we want to get everyone going. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's the journey in a nutshell. And I'm really excited. And everyone, anytime I run into anybody, say on the street or at Disneyland, and I don't have Alyssa with me, they're like, oh my God, where's your wife? Like, it's not just, it's like obviously at our family parties, at my own family parties, they're just like, where's Alyssa? Because we're such like a pair now.
Yeah.
Like, it's Alyssa and AJ, dude.
Yeah. AE, the A Empire.
Yeah, I was in the AE, bro. Love it.
Well, stay tuned. We're gonna take a quick shishi break,
Shishi.
and we'll come right back with a performance from the both of them.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Cool.
Yeah.
This one is called Counting Down to Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dust off the decorations, send out the invitations. We're having a celebration, but you're the one that I've been waiting for.
Never been so excited.
5,
All of the lights are lighted.
6,
The time that we're reunited. I have never felt this way before.
4,
3, 2, 1. Got me counting down to Christmas.
At the very top of my list is you and me under the mistletoe. Got me crossing off the days
Till I see your smiling face.
Baby, you got me counting down to Christmas. Outside is stormy weather,
But I don't got my ugly sweater.
'cause we're warming up together. You're the gift I'm always waiting for.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
Got me counting down to Christmas. At the very top of my list is you and me under the mistletoe. Wrote it down and checked it twice.
Weather naughty, weather nice.
Baby, you got me counting down to Christmas. Baby, you got me counting down to Christmas. Baby, you've got me counting down to Christmas. Thanks, Alyssa, for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, we're back from a quick shishi break.
Yes.
How was your first shishi break?
It was great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
great.
Yes. Alyssa
Amazing.
went shishi as well.
Yeah, we all went shishi, and I just have to shout out Ryan Higa, the original Hilo boy YouTuber.
Let's go, Ryan.
He had
Come
a
on.
podcast and he had a shishi break. That's why I started my shishi break.
Love that.
That's a kind of a call out to his stuff. I don't think I've ever mentioned that on the podcast.
Oh,
so now you
nice.
guys know.
Yeah. Now you know the origins
Of the shishi break.
because of the old school YouTube.
Yep. Okay. Let's get into the social media fan questions. First one comes from Trisha Trickia.
Okay,
This person
Trisha
says,
Trickia.
I love that you visit Hawaii a lot, Hawaii. What do you love about our beautiful Aloha state?
Oh my gosh. So many things. Alyssa and I got married here because it was our first vacation together. And I especially wanted to take her here when we first vacationed together because Hawaii is the first place that ever played my songs on the radio. I had a random layover here when I was on the way to the Philippines for a charity trip. And I remember posting on my MySpace, hey, where's a good place to go? And it was Waikiki. It wasn't like, anything deep or anything. But maybe like 10 to 15 people came to meet me at the Duke statue. And I just remember being so welcomed, and that was my first time there ever, maybe 2008. All that to say is that, to me, the people and the hospitality is the most beautiful part of the island. And obviously there are beautiful beaches. Lanikai Beach is our favorite beach in the world, the food and everything. But literally the way that you feel, even when you are at something as cliche as an ABC store, and the way that they, like the aunties, are greeting you, or they're messing with you, or, saying jokes and things like that, that is what we come to Hawaii for the most, I think. To kind of feel that aloha spirit, right? And that sounds so cliche, but I really feel that is the most special and beautiful part. And also it's very cool that, Filipinos have been here for maybe 100 years and they have such roots here, and that I feel like they get along with the native Hawaiians so well. And so and people think that they always are like, are you guys kamaina, like for discount? And I'm like, no, like let me pay full price to support. Even the Diamond Head Trail, they'll ask, and they're like, dude, just go. It's like, no, let me just give you $8, okay? But all that to say is the people.
Yeah. I mean, we have such a melting pot of people, and the minority is the majority here.
Right.
So that's why, you blend in and you feel
yeah,
you're at home,
totally.
because, people who, aren't I'm trying to think of a cool PC way to say this. Pigmentedly blessed.
Okay. Melanin
Sorry,
deprived.
not melatonin.
Melatonin pills. Melanin deprived. Bonus.
They don't have a bonus of a surplus of melanin.
Yeah, I gotcha.
People probably, I don't want to say like you, but they. Well, you're. Because I don't want to say like Hawaii people are discriminatory,
of course,
or racist, but
no,
because of the history,
yes,
and of our relationship with tourism,
right?
People who aren't colored, it's sometimes there's like we have these quick judgments about them, especially if you're in Waikiki. You have,
you'll assume
you smell like Sunbolt and sunscreen, and you have a really bad tan. We're gonna be nice to you, but you have like a shorter leash, I feel like.
Sure. I think to add on to what you're saying is that maybe people feel more comfortable with someone who maybe has the same skin tone as you, because you can just assume that they've been through similar things than you.
Yeah,
that they have felt othered in the same way that you might have in a lot of situations. So not just the fact that maybe you make some quick assumptions about lighter skinned people, but more so that you have this kind of already bond and connection with someone. It's like when we hear someone speaking Tagalog or something, you automatically feel like it's family, because it reminds you of growing up and things like that. So yes, seeing people who look like you and who similar skin tone, it's comforting.
Totally, yeah. I think it's the ethnic backgrounds too, because even when I leave Hawaii and I have to do, I don't know, like a project, or I was on this game show once,
Oh, sick.
and it's like the people who are like Mexican American, or something. They have some sort of like different culture where we relate to like taking off our shoes, or we relate to family being first, so it's like you just connect with them. So
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful answer.
Love it. Thank you.
Okay. Next question comes from Brittany Caitlin. Shout out to Brit. She works for the news.
Oh, cool. Love it.
She says best place he's ever lived.
Ooh, best place I've ever lived. I have to give it up to where I live now, because I bought a house with my lovely wife, and we're very proud of it. We're proud to be in a city called Glendale, California. And it's one of those things where we were looking for houses. We spent the whole day looking at 11 or 12 houses, and the very last one was this house, and we're like, this is the only one we liked. So the next day we put an offer, and we're like, if we don't get it, then we'll, try again in like 2 or 3 weeks. And our offer got accepted, and we now live with our 2 French bulldogs, and I live closer to family that I grew up visiting, so I get to see them a little more often. So yeah, right now in this present moment, Glendale, California is the best place I've ever lived. If I lived in Hawaii, that would be the second best place because of how beautiful it is. But no, I really love Glendale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you probably won't have enough money to fly back to California.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's so expensive, but gas is like the same now.
Oh yeah,
It's
I remember
crazy.
going to California a couple of years ago, and I don't know if it was like $7 but it was something crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is insane.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, we can relate to our traffic and gas prices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And she also says favorite song recorded.
Oh, cool. Thank you for that question too. Ever recorded? I have to say my song Without You, because I remember that song I knew it was a good song. I wanted to pitch it to my friends Amir. They were this R&B group on YouTube, and I wanted to pitch it to them so they could have it. But then I brought it to Jesse Barrera, and he was like, dude, you need to keep this song because it's so special. So I remember just listening back after recording it for the first time and just being like, oh yeah, this one is a hit. Like, and at the shows that I play, people are crying, and when I see that happening, I'm like, oh, this is bigger than what I ever thought it would be because it's touching people in such a deep way. So not just the song itself, but the recording as well. Back in 2011 when we recorded this song, I was so against using auto-tune for some reason, and Melodyne, which is this software where you can like make the pitch perfect. I thought that we just always had to nail it. And granted, of course, we were nailing all the pitches when we're recording, but adding this effect, which I think it gets a really bad rep, auto-tune or Melodyne, just makes it kind of pop a little more. It sounds more like modern pop, and I felt like this was a song that could be on the radio because of the way it was recorded. So that is why I say that song.
Well, good call, because if I remember correctly, it has 65 million.
That one is, that one's
Spotify.
A big one, especially in the Filipino community. Like, I look at the breakdown of plays, and it's like top played in Quezon City, Manila, Philippines.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's the really cool thing about being Filipino, because the Filipino community is so strong and
Oh my
supportive.
God, dude.
So strong. I mean, the Hawaiian community is really strong and supportive, but we don't have as many people.
Sure.
We don't have a whole nation.
Yeah, there's
right?
and there's Filipinos everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
I've heard somewhere that the number one like export of the Philippines is people. Like, there's a lot of overseas workers.
Oh, that's crazy.
Everywhere, you know, and whether that's a good or a bad thing, there are people everywhere, even like in London when we visit, Paris. There's such a strong thing. They're like, you should have a show here because there's so many Filipinos who would support you.
Yeah, because they always need nurses in all those places. That's why.
That's true too. Yeah, biggest export is maybe Filipino nurses. Again, y'all gotta fact check these facts that I'm kind of spewing out.
Just believe us.
Just believe us, please. But yeah, there's such a pride when it comes to Filipinos. When we find out anyone is Filipino, like, Nicole Scherzinger, she's half, right? And we're like, oh my God, Filipino. Bruno, Filipino. Olivia Rodrigo, half Filipino. We go crazy and we support them like crazy. And I felt that from fans and supporters. So yeah, that's really cool.
So cool. Have you gone to Nicole's show before she stopped it in Broadway?
Sunset Boulevard?
Yeah.
Did you go, babe?
So good.
I know. Did you watch?
Yeah, we went there.
Oh, you got behind the scenes. Yeah, I saw the video.
Because one of my really good friends and mentor, Lincoln, he's friends with Nicole.
Oh, okay, very cool.
For
So you took a photo with her with the blood. And everything.
Yeah.
So
cool.
sick. No, but we were following her journey a lot, and also saw the Tony's performance. Yeah, and she's amazing. So I know that won't ever be recreated again. Yeah. So that's really cool.
Hopefully, when I'm in LA, I'll invite Lincoln, and hopefully Lincoln can invite Nicole. Right. We can all hang out.
Exactly.
You guys can do a little song together.
That'd be amazing.
All right. Next question comes from Brandon17_.
Brandon.
Yeah, it's two N's, so that's why I said.
That's
it
why
like
you said
that.
Brandon.
Yeah. Favorite. It wasn't because
you're
I'm
like,
a weirdo at reading. I'm too good at trying to pronounce every single
Brandon.
letter. Okay, he says favorite scene from Lilo and Stitch and why.
Ooh, that is a good question. Should I say from both?
Oh, like live action and
Yeah.
cartoon? Sure.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought
I
it was
loved
cool.
it. I loved
I
it.
wasn't attached to the cartoon. And I
Oh,
think
you
that
weren't?
helps
Okay, that helps.
because I was with my sister who just watched it, and she's like, "Oh, they didn't add this, they didn't do this," and my favorite Disney movie is Aladdin.
Got it.
So
You had high expectations.
I felt more of that when I watched the Aladdin live action. I still enjoyed it,
But
I
you
didn't like how
scrutinized a little more.
they changed some of
few
the
things, yeah.
songs and like, the cadence of it. And, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. That's good to know. Lilo and Stitch, the live action first, is anytime Amy Hill was on.
Yeah.
And I know you just had her on the pod.
Yeah, she lives in
she's
my
a good friend
building.
of ours. Yeah. Oh, she does.
When we
no,
have a
way.
game night, we'll invite Amy
Yes.
Hill.
I know she's in LA at this moment, but I was
yeah.
like, damn. Amy, come to our shows in December. She's hosted for Crazy Talented Asians before, so
Okay.
she's the best. Anytime she was on, we were going crazy in the theater. We got to go to the world premiere, which was cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if it was world premiere. It was definitely LA premiere.
I think
LA.
that was like the big
one, yeah. And Amy was there and everything. But every time she was on, she is so funny.
Yeah, she's so good.
She is so funny. So she's my favorite part of that one. Lilo and Stitch, the first one. The most classic scene that comes to mind is when she punches Myrtle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And they remove that from the live action. So that's something that I think of because that's something that I missed. But of course, you don't want to see a little girl in real life punching somebody else. I think in a cartoon it really makes sense. But that's a really, really funny part. Yeah.
That's a good reasoning.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next question comes from Julie-Ann.Somera. This person says, if you had the chance to talk to your younger self, what is something you'd tell him?
What comes to mind, and this is so dark and deep, but at my dad's funeral, I remember wanting to, I didn't necessarily want to do this, but I was at the grave and it goes down into the ground 6 feet under. And I remember my cousin grabbing me because she thought I was trying to jump in because I was crying, of course. But I think I bring that up because I was thinking that might be like the last of my happiness. Is like when the funeral happened, playing the mass and stuff was fine because I don't know, I'm playing music and stuff and I'm seeing everybody cry. I'm like, okay, we have this whole family. But seeing him in the ground, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the end of my days, And so to tell that person that it eventually gets not easier, but your life becomes more full. And it's not just because your dad is missing doesn't mean he's always going to be there, but doesn't mean that all the joy will be sucked out of your life, because I just remember it being such a horrible time, and I had to take care of my sisters and make sure they're okay. My youngest sister was 6 months, so I'm also worried about like her as a baby, like growing up without a father and things like that. But yeah, when I like to tell him, and I think about every time that myself as a young person visited the cemetery, that like, I imagine him, I remember him curling up in a ball at the gravesite crying, just being like, oh my God, your life is going to be more full. And I think about the month of September, which is where we are now, and how it's his birthday, but it's also a death anniversary. And I think of how sad that month is, and I want to say, your September will get better. My wife's birthday is in September. Our anniversary is in September. These things that will, again, make your life filled with more joy will happen. So don't be so depressed. And I think back then, I always wanted people to feel my pain, man. Like I always brought up that my dad died because I was maybe jealous that their dad was still alive and they didn't have to feel that, So me being able to talk to my younger self, and maybe he had to go through that. So I don't want to be like, ignore the grief. I want to just say that your life will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, shout out to 10-year-old
To 10-year-old AJ.
You got it.
Yeah, absolutely. You got it, man.
You got it. Yeah. Life will be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on. Such a good answer. There's a lot of reflection in that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
totally.
Okay, next question comes from Mr. Delicious. This person says, where is your favorite place to perform and your favorite song to perform? Filipino Pride.
Hey, what's up? Did he hashtag Filipino Pride?
Filipino Pride with a exclamation point. So Filipino Pride. There we go. My bad. As a host, I didn't give enough
come on, bro. What was that?
emphasis in that.
Filipino Pride.
Filipino Pride.
Favorite place, favorite song to perform?
Favorite place to perform and favorite
Place.
song to perform.
Place and song. Okay. Hawaii definitely comes to mind because when we played the Republic, it sold out that day. So it just had this like really like everyone, because I was telling people about the show, but then maybe people heard from their friends. So it just felt really exciting. Like, this is the place to be tonight, right? Bretman Rock came to the show. You were there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fia came on stage. It was just so fun. And then there was this huge LED screen in the back that we hadn't had at our other venues. So it just felt really, really electric. So definitely Hawaii is one of my favorite places to perform. New Jersey, randomly, because it was also a huge Filipino community when I first started playing shows. So I think about New Jersey. And I think of the first time I ever played in Australia, because it was a full crowd and my mom's side of the family lives in Australia. Like, she was the only one who migrated to LA and everyone else went to Australia. So it was really cool, like a second homecoming. Favorite song to perform is always going to be We Could Happen, because the moment that it goes, doon, 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 everyone's like, wow! And not just that, because in the recent tour, I had brought an ukulele to give away in every show.
Oh, cool.
And that was sponsored by Kala, so thank you. And they literally gave me maybe 15 ukuleles to give away. So on our encore, we hadn't played We Could Happen yet. I come out with an ukulele, I sign it, and then I start playing, I've been thinking about you lately. And after that, I give the ukulele to someone in the audience, and then the track starts like, doon, 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 doon. And again, that gives it such new life, because someone in the audience, and no matter who it was, because I think everyone feels represented in that moment, that someone got to have this instrument that is so special to me and that I've seen so many covers of, and people saying, hey, I know your song on the ukulele, or that was the first song that I ever played. So playing that song recently especially has been very, very special.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that concert. It was really awesome. It was
Yeah.
best back row front view I've ever had.
Dude.
Yeah, it was so cool. I mean, my brother, he's half Filipino. We have different dads.
Okay.
And he's like 6'3".
Yeah.
You know, and I'm 6 foot. So I remember getting there. It was packed. We went to get water in the back. We both don't drink. And then we're about to decide, where should we go? And we turn around. We're like,
We can
the
see
stage,
everything.
like, perfectly. So we're
Everyone else is 5
it was like
5 foot or shorter.
it was pretty, like, I have a picture. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I have a picture. I see the stage perfectly. Yeah.
No, and you've been to other concerts there, I'm sure.
Yeah,
where
I
it's
have,
not
yeah.
like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Because
awesome.
that's the
was-
best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. That was one reason for it, and then
Yeah.
it was just great. I think the LED screen you played, like when you did the YouTube days one, I think you
Take
played
Me
something
Back.
in the back, and it was cool.
Thanks
It
so
was
much,
really
man.
cool.
Thank you.
I'm excited for the Blue Note next.
Yeah.
Not
December.
December,
Yeah.
Okay. Next question comes from Just Jewel. Ooh, this is tough. I don't know if it's Just Jewel 13 or Just Jewel
Jules
113.
113.
I don't know if
Okay,
that's an L or a 1 that I
Right.
typed.
Okay.
So, okay.
Just Jewel.
Just Jewel 13. Let's just go with that. Any thoughts on what's going on with the Philippines?
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't actually know about this. But
There is there's protests happening right now because of corruption in the government.
okay.
and there is also a battle with the children of like nepo babies, essentially, of people in power. And I will always side with the people, you know what I mean? Because government in any country, they're either overreaching or they are taxing the poor, you know. And there's I think in the Philippines right now, I've kind of been seeing all sides of the political spectrum unite against corruption. So, yeah, I'm obviously for the movement. And I also know that the Philippines has a long history of corruption since the Marcos days, since back in the day. And that the government has not helped when it comes to poverty and things like that, you know. Yeah, it's clearly a complicated issue, and fortunately and unfortunately, there are a lot of things here in my own country, which is America, a lot of stuff that we're focusing on here as well, you know. And I do wish I could be more educated and more involved in what's going on in the Philippines. And I will always support, you know, the power of the people out there in the Philippines. But on the same side, what we're dealing with here as well, and the things that I stand for, I have more of a hand in what's going on in the politics here and like what I can affect. Totally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel the same way about Hawaii and things going on, you know, on the continent and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
It's like, and you know, with the internet and everything nowadays, I think obviously it's great to be informed, but you know, back in the day, we'd have to read the newspaper, you know, so we're kind of being overfilled with, this is not an excuse of like how I should be informed of like maybe every country. But yeah, I think there's so much going on right now, bro.
It is.
That it's like, it's hard to even be, you know, I know a lot of people kind of get angry that there's like maybe selective empathy, but almost everyone has to have selective empathy or else you're going to explode because there's so many causes and things to support. But again, I'm always on the side of the
people.
Of the people.
I mean, the government should be too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, politicians.
The government should work for the people.
They're supposed to serve the people. They're, you know, community service.
Yes, and not their own self-interest or making their friends rich. You know what I mean?
The problem with Hawaii for all these years.
Oh, we heard from an Uber driver yesterday, literally talking about like when I guess some wildfires were happening and he had to call someone out on TV or something, like the mayor, and he was like, there's always things like that.
Always corruption everywhere. Yeah. Hopefully it gets better one day.
Absolutely.
All right, last question. This is my favorite, so I'm happy we get to end on this. Okay. Shakas _up. This is my friend Aaron. I'm in a fantasy football league with him.
Oh, nice.
He says, in college, me and my roommate pulled up to Jack in a Box drive-thru and sang "We Could Happen" to a cute girl working the window. How does it feel knowing you sparked thousands of first dates, Valentine's asks, and promposals that have probably led to marriage and babies now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You single-handedly increased the population of, you know, millennials.
Whoa,
how does that feel?
Hey, thank you. No, that's kind of wild that it's being put that way, and that you're saying it like that.
It's kind of wild that you probably have people that name their kids AJ.
Okay. During our tour last year in Seattle, we met two babies named AJ and Tori after AJ Rafael and Tori Kelly. Okay, I met them. It was insane. Okay. In my favorite Rent song, La Vie Boheme, they always say the opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. So to feel like I'm part of creation is insane. Okay, so that's kind of wild. The Jack in the Box story, that's hilarious, Aaron. Thank you for sharing that. We just also met someone at ABC store, or maybe just walking around the strip, a couple who said their their first date, they connected because they were at a sushi restaurant or something. We Could Happen plays on the radio, and they're like, I love this song. And both of them are like, wait, you know this song too? You like AJ Rafael too? This must be the early days because, when back in the day, people really feel like they're discovering you. When they're like, oh, do you know about this underground artist, AJ Rafael, right? Yeah. So them sharing that with me, I'm like imagining what it's like, and they're, married now. Like, you're right. All these kids to grown-ups pipeline to now having children. It feels really cool. It feels really cool. I don't know what to say. It feels clearly bigger than me, and it feels like I am fulfilling some sort of purpose.
Yeah.
In a deep way. In a fun and funny way, I think it is funny that like a kid from Moval it has played such an important part in some people's lives. Like that's kind of wild to me, And I was just I wrote We Could Happen wanting to have my own I'm Yours. And I wanted a 4-chord song. Like
I do hear a little bit Jason Mraz.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Jason Mraz inspo in a lot of my early music, but and We Could Happen, the chorus is 4 chords. The verse ends up being like a million chords because I couldn't help myself when I was writing it. But I wanted to have that kind of universal song. And the fact that that's the one that so many people bring up to me, especially the fact that you say promposals is so funny because we didn't have that when I was in high school. Like we didn't do all these crazy promposals because people were filming it with phones and stuff, right? And like back in when we, that wasn't that popular, but it is a really grade A feeling that I think that is very unique, and I wish I could explain more how it feels, but it's really cool. So thanks for sharing that, Aaron.
Yeah, I remember seeing the clip on your guys' podcast about the person losing their V card.
Oh yeah.
Their songs. So funny.
I lost my virginity because of you, AJ, and I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Explain, because my wife is right next to
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, please. What are you talking about? No, but in the same way that 90s R&B is attributed to, a lot of people like baby making music or whatever. And not that my music is baby making music, but it's a conversation starter at the very least is like very cool. I feel like I've done my job.
Yeah. Well, it was a conversation starter and ender when I brought it up to my girlfriend the other day and she didn't know the song. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how long this relationship lasts. Yeah. Faith, just know I'm coming home to fight with you after this. So you better
listen to the album before he gets home.
Nah, it's all right. She already watched, The Strangers Again.
Okay, yeah. So you got to put her through
She did her YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Different generation.
She's so young. She just teases me about being old, so I tease her about being young, but I don't know if it has the same effect.
Yeah, no. It's different, bro. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Well, mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe your question will make it on the podcast. All right, I like to ask all of my guests the same question about keeping it aloha.
Yeah.
It's the name of the podcast, name of my book, audiobook out now. And I just want to know in your life, how do you keep it aloha from what your understanding of aloha is?
Yeah, I think, especially as of late, I think that if we all can just talk to each other and see more of what we have in common, that the world would be a better place. I know there's so much that divides us right now. And again, if people follow me on social media, they know I'm on a specific side of the spectrum that is like very loud about what we believe in. But I think if we extend even a little grace, like our family members who have maybe different beliefs and stuff, and we can all find something that we either love or that brings us joy, that just brings the human connection. It's like there's a heart meter, and it'll keep going up. And I think if we keep that spirit to our daily lives, and when we're walking around the mall or talking in a Lyft or an Uber, I think the world would be a better place. So I know that sounds a lot easier than it actually is. But I think right now we need a lot more of that.
Yeah, I see a beautiful commercial that AI can probably make.
Yeah.
Where it's just somebody on the left, somebody on the right, bickering, and then "We Could Happen" plays. And then maybe there's like a Coke bottle or something. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know,
Pepsi.
and Pepsi bottle. Maybe there's Kolea hot water.
Yeah.
And then that music starts playing and everybody just starts to calm down. And they're all jamming to it, singing, dancing. And they come together and we're all holding hands and swaying.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dun, 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 dun. And then it's like, music brings us together.
World peace.
World peace.
Accomplished by AJ Rafael.
Stupid.
You just solved the peace problem.
World
in the
peace.
world.
Yeah. And also, I think, yes, music keeps, everybody
It does. It
joyful
really
as
does.
well.
It really does. Yeah. What was that? Was it a Pepsi commercial that like?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what I know. There's some sort of commercial.
It's like she, Kylie or Kendall.
Oh,
Kendall
yeah.
solved world peace with the Pepsi can, because the commercial is so. Oh my god! She walks up to like a police officer with a Pepsi can,
Yeah.
and then everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Anyways, all right. So before we get to the end of the podcast, I would love for you to share a little bit about your brand, Kuyate.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You guys can't see it on the the full episode. Maybe on AJ's camera, you can see a little bit of
Yeah.
But, we'll link it in the description.
Kuyate is a company that me and Alyssa are kind of the creative officers on and co-own with a company called Merch Labs that printed this shirt.
Yep, that does my
And
merch.
does your merch as well? Kuya means big brother in Filipino language, Tagalog mostly, and ate means big sister. So Kuyate is like, hey, we're all siblings with each other. And it is a Filipino, I say Filipino American brand because from our perspective, what being Filipino American is kind of what we share on the shirts. But it's like similar little phrases like mahal kita means I love you. And that's something that everyone can teach anybody so they know a little bit of Tagalog. Pamilya means family in Filipino, again, in Tagalog. And then we have this we do funny shirts sometimes, just little things that are trendy. And this is our mabubu high. So it's not a labubu because labubus are copyrighted. It is a mabubu high. Mabu high is a phrase in Tagalog. It's like a live long and prosper type sentiment. Yeah. Mabuhay. Yeah, Mabuhay Philippines. So yeah, support it. It's part of kind of what I like to call, I got this from Daniel Kim, legacy moves, where you are, doing things that don't necessarily require, like it doesn't need to be AJ Rafael's clothing line. It's like something that lives even past you. I think even my music is that, even if my name is attached to my music, it's like these things that will last past you and that maybe your kids or the next generations can look at, and maybe it's also making you income and helping the next generation of you survive as well. That's a bonus. So yeah, that's Kuyate.
Awesome. Yeah. And where can we get it online? Yeah,
Kuyate.com. Again, Kuyate.com. Also on social media, Kuyate Co, like short for company. And me and Alyssa post about it all the time. Shout out to my sister Justine. She's our social media manager, brand manager. So it's like a family run thing.
It's fun. Yeah. Okay. And then will this be at the Blue Note? Like, let's talk about your show coming up.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. The Blue Note show is a Christmas tour. And we'll be bringing merch for me and Alyssa as well. But we definitely will bring some Kuyate pieces as well, because we've been trying to bring some Kuyate to Hawaii because we know there is such a strong Filipino community. And it's not just for Filipinos or Philam people. It's for everybody who feels that spirit of, in a similar way, Aloha, that has that spirit of Pamilya. For us, Pamilya, like being family, is a really big thing to us, and being able to be yourself with the people around you, that's who family is, whether it's blood, family is the people you can be yourself around, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. And the show at the Blue Note in December, we just finished our show. It was amazing.
Yes.
It was sold out crowd.
Oh my
There was a
gosh!
20
Shout out to all the
20
crowds.
minute standing ovation.
It was
I'm
insane,
saying
bro.
this as because this episode comes out after
Yes.
the show, but
So we're assuming
the
it went
actual
that
show,
way.
But we're just manifesting
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No, it's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
It's happening.
So yes, Blue Note's a great venue. It'll be you two. What kind of songs are you gonna be singing? I know Christmas
music.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably play some non-Christmas songs
Okay.
as well, maybe some Disney stuff, but a lot of things that you probably grew up listening to, maybe some of the old carols, some of the new modern music, Christmas songs, but we'll also be debuting 2 new original songs, 2 Christmas songs that will be on our Christmas album. Our Little Christmas is what we're calling the tour, and which is what I'm assuming the album will be named, because we're not finished with it yet, and we're still in the process. But yeah, that's on December 4, 2 shows at 6 and 9:30. And yeah, just to be real with everybody, we want to sell more tickets because we want to make a good impression on Blue Note, because we want to play there again. And selling concert tickets is a hard thing to do at the moment, you know, with the economy and with the way that bigger concerts are priced. All of those things play into factors on how a show sells. And being independent like you are and like how we are just, you know, counting on our own kind of promotions to fill up seats. And we want to continue to do what we love. So yeah, if y'all buy tickets ahead of time, that would be really cool. But also, if you buy tickets day of, like how you did for Kamaka's show too, that's cool too.
Yeah, but also kind of stressful. 'Cause
It's so stressful,
I would
guys.
like, the ticket sales to be higher and not, show up and like, oh, okay, 50 people bought day of. That's
Exactly.
why it doesn't look good. The ticket sales on my daily counter, doesn't look that high.
Getting the ticket counts in these PDF emails are so stressful, dude. But yeah, you know how I feel. So we'll be bringing merch. One cool thing we want to do also with Merch Labs is like print trading cards.
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, dude, and maybe putting them in blind packages, because everyone loves blind boxes because of Labubus and things like that. So we'll be bringing some cool stuff to Hawaii. We know that y'all really are really supportive of the merch, because the last time we didn't bring enough.
Yeah,
which was cool. So
yeah, I think that's a lesson. Somebody said that they had an event, they made merch for it. They sold out so fast, and that was one of their biggest regrets, because they could have sold way more. And for me, even when I have shows, like I have way more merch from this other event that I did, but then I can just sell it next time.
Exactly.
But if it sells out, then it sells out. But
then you don't have the opportunity to.
Exactly. So I'd rather have way more than less.
Yeah. Totally. We're gonna make note of that. Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm excited to go to that concert. Are you gonna sing that Disneyland song? You got it. I know you have a song about Disneyland.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we haven't really. Have I played that live? Have you heard me sing that live? We're going to Disneyland. Yeah, I love that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll play it because of you.
Yeah.
Maybe just at the show that you're coming to.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
I don't know if I wanna
yeah,
go to
the 6 or
earlier
the
late one,
9:30. Yeah. Nah, the later one will probably be, because it's always more energy at night.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that because the 6 o'clock people deserve love too. But usually it's like.
Well, the 9 o'clock people are the ones that's going to go out after.
Right. And they're the ones
6 o'clock people are going straight home after.
Right.
So 9 o'clock, they're trying to get lit.
Yeah, exactly. They're buying more drinks probably.
Exactly.
So, yeah, maybe we will play that song, bro.
Okay, right on. Awesome. Well, I do want to see if you have a life hack that you want to share
Life
with
hack,
us
yes.
before.
I love that. I've been thinking about it. 2-part question or 2-part answer. Therapy is amazing, and I have been going for a year now.
Awesome.
And I've been unpacking so many things and learning stuff about my younger self. But what I learned from therapy is the answer to this life hack is don't make any assumptions and don't take anything personal. And the context is, I think a lot about, when I have maybe an event or a party or something and I don't get to invite everybody that I can, and I feel guilty about not inviting people, and maybe there's a limit on how many people that can fit into this space. And then I think of maybe some other parties or weddings that I wasn't invited to, and sometimes I will take it personal and I'll be sad about it, but then I got to think in my way, like, hey, maybe they didn't have enough space, or maybe it was just family or something like that. That helps me now go through life way easier, especially we have a big friend group and a lot of different friends here. So I think it's a cool life hack to go on living your life and not taking anything personal, because then, it could literally be a million reasons why you weren't invited to a party, why you weren't cast for something, because we do a lot of auditions for acting and things like that. There's a million reasons. And the reason might not have to do with you at all, So that's a small little life hack that lately I've been really embracing. And I think maybe if someone needs to hear that on the pod, then that one's for you.
Awesome. Yeah, it's 2 out of the 4 agreements that
Yes, exactly.
mentioned.
What are the other
Yeah.
2?
So don't take things personally. Don't assume. Be impeccable with
With your word.
And I think try your best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the life hack. That's the
Read
life hack. The 4 agreements. Yeah.
So good. And there's a 5th agreement.
What is the 5th agreement?
It's listen but be skeptical, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Be curious or something?
Something like that. I have the book. I haven't read it, but I remember looking at what the
Yeah, totally.
something with like listen but still
like do your due diligence, maybe.
Yeah, but still be skeptical. Don't like believe everything.
Don't believe everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Which is great for social media,
Oh, absolutely.
We see something and we believe it. I mean, I did a trailer episode of just one that I did a solo episode because a guest had to cancel.
Okay, yeah.
I needed an episode for next week. So
yeah, we know how that feels.
Yeah. So I did that, and I was just being silly. I had my Crocs on. I had like these Naruto Crocs. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a fun one, thinking of the trailer in mind, so to draw people to the episode. So I said, oh, this is the last episode of the Keep It Low podcast. And then in the full episode, I reached out and I said, wearing Crocs, because I like to go barefoot and whatever.
Yeah.
And then we posted that part, and we didn't post the
Crocs. Reveal. Yeah.
And so many people till this day. This has been like a month.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, so I heard you stopped doing the podcast.
Right.
Like, oh, you're not doing the podcast anymore. I see people still commenting on that trailer, like, oh, gonna miss you. I'm like, do you not see like 3 more episodes since that's still coming out, and like clips every day? Like,
that's an experiment in like how easy
people
things can be taken out of context.
I know, it's crazy.
And they believe stuff. And bro, that's insane. And also on like TikTok, when someone's like, hi, I'm a doctor of 25 years. Let me tell you this. And that's all they have to say. And you don't look at their profile or anything. It could just be a troll or whatever. They're not watching the full context of these clips. It's funny, man. It's funny. We live in an interesting time.
Just do your research.
Yeah, do your research. But yes.
Read comments sometimes.
I love going to the comments just to validate what I'm thinking, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So what does the next couple of years look like for you? What do you hope to accomplish?
Oh, man. We are always just working on how to be our best selves. Me and Alyssa do, because of her, we do vision boards at the beginning of every year.
Awesome.
And we write down our goals, and we put it in a place where we could see it. So some of those goals include more acting gigs for me. I would love to be in a musical every year and play shows.
Awesome.
That'd be really, really fun and fulfilling. Again, next year is my 20th year anniversary for YouTube, so expect something big like a live event or we've been wanting to throw Red Roses prom.
Oh,
I threw one back in 2012 and it was amazing, but we haven't thrown one since then. And it would be cool because it's also 15 years of Red Roses next year. So it's 15th anniversary and 20th. So I'm just focused on that for now. When it comes to personal life and family, when and if we have kids, like that will be another chapter. But right now we're just working on ourselves and hopefully more new music, original music. I've been really inspired by my friends lately. Jesse Barrera, Alex Iono, Albert Poses. They're all releasing music.
I remember.
Yes, exactly.
Wow,
Throwback,
forgot
right?
about him,
Yeah. Albert Poses just released an album last week, and we listened to it, in Kona while we were driving.
Nice.
So listen to this album,
What
bro.
is his
It's called
popular
Us
song?
Against the World.
I mean, it's just,
You. There's a bunch
I
of
remember seeing it on YouTube. He's a skinny Filipino guy.
yep
with
with
glasses.
glasses. Yeah, dude. No, revisit his stuff because you're
I
gonna.
gotta look it up because there's one song that I really like.
Oh, really?
I kept replaying it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, he's still doing his thing, and he had a release party last week. So they have been inspiring me to make more original music, and I get a little sad when people come up to me and is like, "Hey, you still doing music, man? Haven't you know?" And I don't take offense to it, but the reason why it makes me sad is because I wish I was doing it more. So expect some new music coming out, and I am in a show, for the people listening to this and who've listened all the way till now to the end. I'm in a show that is coming out. I'm in one episode of a show that's coming out on a specific streaming network late this year.
Okay.
It's an acting project, so I am very excited for that. So when you see me on it, when I'm allowed to make the announcement, you'll remember that I shared it here first.
Nice. Awesome. You know, it's funny when you say if people are still listening. I've tested this out a couple of times on the podcast because like we start, getting towards the end, we get a little bit more loose, and we're like kind of just rambling on, and we're like, if you guys are still listening to this, like comment this or DM us this specific word.
Yeah,
and people do it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I give them like a discount code.
That's how you know they're the real ones,
exactly.
dude.
Yeah, we'll give somebody a discount code too.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's say
you give them one for Kuyate.
I will.
We'll give one.
I really will.
For Keep It Aloha.
And merch labs will be cool with it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do? 10%, 20?
I was doing like a good, like 25 to 30.
25. Let's do 25.
25 right in the middle. What is the word?
No, let's do 30 because you said 30.
Okay.
The word is, I think, any Tagalog phrase for me.
Okay.
So
what about this one?
Yeah, mahal kita. I love you. So if you DM that or comment that.
Yeah.
And then what is yours? What is yours going
to
be?
No,
that's going to be the one?
Too.
Okay,
mahal
perfect.
Kita.
Mahal kita. So that's discount codes for both of our merch, guys,
if
you're still here.
I feel like mahal kita is easier to write than aloha vauya oi.
Okay, yeah. Because I don't even know how to to spell that. Real quick, I wanted to share that right before this, why I was kind of late today, is because we were smashing Zippies right now, bro.
There we go.
I had a surf pack, and then what do you have?
Mini zip pack. Those are great. We were just talking about it at lunch the other day with Johnny. Yeah,
we crushed it. We were just like stuffing down our faces.
Salad.
Yeah. But you get all rice.
I get our great memory.
That's
all rice.
crazy,
I'm all rice
bro.
guy. Rice for life.
Oh my god! Right? Yeah, rice is life. I would rather have all mac salad. Honestly,
that's crazy.
I know. Just specifically at Zippy's, the mac salad is amazing.
Yeah, that's what people say. I do like mac salad, but I just don't eat so much like mayonnaise and stuff.
Oh, you don't love mayonnaise?
Yeah. Like I know I like it, but like a little. Like if I got it on sandwiches, I also ask for a little bit.
Okay.
Because I do like the taste, but I don't like a lot of it.
Do you when you get poke at like Foodland, you don't get the California roll one?
No, I do. I
you
do.
Like
okay,
so that's
I do like California rolls. Yeah.
Okay for that.
Yeah, I think the combination of like everything together kind of like I don't really taste them.
You're right.
Mayonnaise.
You're not. It doesn't taste like mayonnaise for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Have you tried the mayonnaise in the chili yet? It's something that we do here.
What do you mean?
Like a chili, like a bowl of chili.
Okay, but like Zippy's
and
chili,
it makes it creamy.
You put mayonnaise in it, like a scoop of it, or like a packet, or what?
Like a scoop, yeah. And then
because
we're
gonna try it
growing
tonight.
up, we've done that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, so you could try it. Maybe if you're going to Zippy's, they probably have the packet.
Right.
Try it, and it's pretty good, and it makes it like a creamier kind of chili.
Whoa, that's a life hack.
Yeah. You should try it. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Tight. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'm excited for you two to come back so we can hang out more.
Yeah. We'll hang with
Alyssa. Do the game
more.
night and all of that.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
definitely see you when I go up for the Rams.
Come for the Rams game.
Yeah.
Wait, awesome. Will you be going for the Rams? Who are you going for?
I'm a Saints fan.
You're Saints,
but
right.
I will be going for the Rams because my life hack to make watching the Saints bearable is cheering against them so they lose, so that we get the first pick in next year's draft.
Yeah. All right, we'll cheer together.
Yeah,
for them
so
to
I'm the first 3 weeks of football. It's been so great because before I would be like, oh, we suck so bad.
Yeah, and it makes you sad.
Like I'm hoping like, oh, maybe like we're close during the whole game and like, oh, we end up losing. Now I'm just like, Yes, we lost again. And I like my friend's a 49ers fan, and we were in a close battle with 49ers a couple weeks ago. And I messaged him. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you almost let us win.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, so none of your players on your draft are on the Saints?
I have like 2 Saints players on my
Okay.
team. But you can still get fantasy points without them
That's
winning.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
But it's been way more enjoyable with them, like, knowing that they're going to lose. Like, I do.
That's a funny perspective
Like,
to
before
watch
the
games.
season, I do a future bet on like this Saints games, like how much they're gonna win.
Yeah.
I think this year I did the under.
Oh,
Usually
really?
I always do the over because I'm always cheering.
You're cheering
This
for
year
them.
I did the under because I'm really hoping we
Yo,
get
that
the
is
first pick.
insane.
Yeah.
Who's the other team that will probably do as bad as them?
Probably the Giants. It's looking like the Giants. I thought the Browns until they beat the Green Bay Packers. Sorry for all Packers fans over here.
You said Panthers
Yeah.
too?
Panthers.
Okay.
It's in the same division, but
Okay.
yeah. But I do think we're one of the worst teams because of our quarterback situation. But
Yo.
yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's funny.
Oh, go Rams.
Go Rams. Yeah.
Anyways, all that to say, go Rams. Unless I'm playing against Puka Nakua that week. I really hope I'm not.
Yeah.
When you're in
yeah.
6 leagues, you're kind of playing against your own
Against
players
each
all
other.
the time.
Yeah,
but anyways,
that's true. I know
yeah.
he had like 100 yards.
Yeah. All right.
insane.
So before we wrap up, I got my last fast fave 5 questions. These are
Okay.
rapid fire answers. Okay. Favorite Hawai'i snack?
Ooh. Anything with lihing
yeah.
powder on it.
Nice.
Maybe specifically the gummy bears.
Okay. Awesome. People even put lihing on ices too, and it's really good. You ever had that?
Dude, these hacks are insane. We've had it on shave
quite
ice.
similar.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
similar, yeah.
cool.
Yeah. At some point I've been talking about this. I want to do like every day for like 30 days. I'm trying something with lihimui because lihimui can be good on anything.
Wow,
Like
just on
today it's
something
rice,
random.
and then the next day
yeah.
is pizza. The next
Okay,
day is
pizza.
soup will be weird, I think, but I'll try it with soup.
chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Weird. Halo would be
I
good
love
with that.
halo.
Yeah,
That's
mhm.
my favorite Filipino.
Oh, it is? Okay,
thing.
cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Halo. Okay, next one. Favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite movie? Is this random? Armageddon.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I know. I don't want to miss a thing from Aerosmith. One of the greatest songs.
That's great.
And then you said favorite TV show. Right now, it is. I think about The Pit.
Oh, I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
so it's a medical drama. Our friend
Okay.
Issa Briones is on it, but it just won best drama at
amazing.
the Emmys. So yeah, if you check it out, if you like to be stressed, there's no music in this show, which is really interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's really story driven, and every episode is 1 hour of the day of their shift,
Oh,
which is really cool. Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah,
Okay.
The Pit.
Check it out. Favorite karaoke song?
Ooh, favorite karaoke song. I love singing "A Whole New World" with Alyssa
Such
because
a
it
good
ends
song.
up being like, and we're not showing off by any means or anything, but it becomes kind of like this movie moment.
You have a choreography.
No,
everything.
literally, we're like holding each other, we're looking at each other, but everyone's eating it up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the best. Yeah, Whole New World.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
At the same place where we can reserve, at my place, they have mics. That
Oh,
you
no
can,
way.
You can sing over there. My sister is obsessed with singing karaoke. She has the portable mics that she brings with her everywhere.
No freaking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
That's sick. And then you could hook up to HDMI. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
perfect. Let's do it.
All right. And last one. Favorite Disney song?
Ooh.
I mean, sorry, not Disney movie.
Disney movie?
Yeah, Disney
okay,
movie.
well, let me answer the song part
Okay.
because that was in my head.
He's like, hold up.
It's actually Go the Distance from Hercules.
Okay. That's a good
Yep.
one.
And let me just give you my top 3 because it kind of
Yeah.
Lion King is number 1
Okay.
because of the Simba.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Aladdin is number 2. Sometimes it's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I'd have to say Hercules. It's interesting. It's all like male lead
Mm-hmm.
kind of things, but that's who I just like connected to growing
Mm-hmm.
up, and like Simba. Mufasa died. Like all these
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
the Disney tragedies. Yeah, Lion King, bro.
Yeah. How
Mm-hmm.
do you like the live action Lion Kings?
God, they are. It is like watching National Geographic, real lions talking, and it's not. It doesn't give you the same joy that Lion King the cartoon does.
Yeah.
because the lions have expressions and they're like singing.
Yeah.
But when you're watching the live action lions do it, it just
Doesn't hit the same.
It doesn't hit the same. So I don't want to bag on Disney because I want to work for them one day. But these live action Lion King ones are. It's not live action.
Yeah, it's
CGI.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. It's tough. But I liked Aladdin a lot better. My top live action one. This is super underrated. I think is Cinderella. Did you watch the live action Cinderella?
Yeah. Cinderella is a good one to do a live action.
You're right.
Because it's a real person.
Yeah,
and
it's a real person.
Not that much magic.
Yeah. There's like mice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cinderella,
it's more realistic.
It's more realistic. Yeah. Dude, we could talk about Disney a whole nother podcast, dude.
Totally.
For real. And Alyssa also has a lot of Disney roots. So I can't wait to get on with her.
Yeah, totally. Yes. We'll do that for maybe next year when you guys are... Could you come to Hawaii like basically every year, right? Yeah. And we'll Jordan, get that third camera.
Let's go, Jordan.
All right, well, that's all we got for you today. Mahalo so much for coming on, talking stories, reminiscing. And,
talking stories. I'm learning that term.
Yeah, have you've heard it before, talking stories?
From Daniel.
Yeah. So that's what we said, talking stories.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having me. And it was cool because we met at Bretman Rock's birthday.
Briefly, yeah.
And I obviously had seen your podcast clips at the time. But even from then till now, the growth has been
Thank you.
insane. And I remember you were manifesting in a way like a partnership with airlines at that time.
Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And
I want to fly people here.
Yeah. And you were like, I'm going to make it happen. And it freaking... It's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm loving to see the growth, and I'm glad we can support each other on this journey. Congrats on playing the Blue Note.
Thank you.
As well.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, of course. Is there anything else you want to share? If not, tell us where we can find you.
No, nothing to share except for everything I just said on the pod. Find me at AJ Rafael, and that's Rafael, not like the Ninja Turtle.
Yes, I had to change your name in my contact before because of that. Yeah.
Everyone, and even the other day at the hotel, I'm like, can I get the receipt, please? Sent to my email. We sent it. Yeah, they sent it to Rafael. So AJ Rafael, follow me and follow our tour Instagram, Our Little Christmas Tour on Instagram.
Yeah, just basically follow him on Instagram. You can find all the other links and
absolutely.
Well, mahalo AJ for joining us on the Keep It Aloha podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host Kamaka. Remember to always keep it aloha.